our next candidate for District Number 4, Tony Sandoval. Good morning, Tony.
Hello,
Good morning.
Tony.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You bet. I think it's important that you'll represent the 4th district, but you work as a team on behalf of all of Yakima. So it's good for everybody to hear where you're coming from, what you're about. This isn't your first rodeo, Tony. You are motivated to serve, and so tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, your family, all of that kind of stuff, and then we'll get into the particulars of politics.
Yeah, not the first rodeo, but I've been bucked off a couple of times from that bull. So
Yeah, but you keep getting back up to get on, right?
This time I'm wearing a helmet, so just in case I get bucked up one more time.
All right.
You never know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the voters decide, and so we'll see what happens. I'm doing the best I can to do a different spin on things, see if I can get other individuals to look at me as far as a candidate. I'm a local boy, grew up in Wapato. After I graduated, I moved down here to the big city of Yakima and went to Yakima. Well, it used to be Yakima Community College. Now it's Yakima College, so it's a university now. After that, I went on down to Pullman, and I chose Washington State University because it's country-ish. I did check out Seattle, but I just couldn't do it. Not that it's a bad school. I don't want to lose voters in that direction.
Big city versus just the lifestyle of a country place.
But it's a big population. It's like a little city.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the city of the college kids or college students, and the city itself. So that was an awesome experience. I got to meet people from all over the country, all over the nation, and learn from various individuals. After I graduated, when I graduated, then I decided to come back to the community of. This community is awesome. This whole area we live in is awesome. I mean, where in the world can you go 15 minutes down the road and go fishing? Okay, where in the world can you go half hour even to go camping? And if you want to get a little wild and stuff, you could always go to Seattle. You watch the games, watch the concerts. I mean, we got it all, and so that's why I came back to my community to get my career going. I did sales actually. I've started in sales. Which is tough. I mean, that's probably the toughest thing I've ever did, because you get a lot of no's and maybes, and then your boss is going, "Hey, what's going on here? Are you sure you want to do this?" And there's that, and it was challenging. It was nice. So I got to meet people from various areas of our city and town here, and so after that, I decided to become a businessman. Sometimes you get a little crazy and you decided to do that. That's also tough. I mean, you got to do everything, as you know. No matter what, the buck stops with you. So, I mean, you're just like the big boys. You're a small business, but you're just like the big boys. You got to be responsible. And, when the state of Washington says what's going on right here, you better go over there and talk to them, because they could get rough. So I've done that, and as some people out there know, that I've given back to my community. I mean, I was raised. I guess I'm old school now, and I was raised that hey, you give back to your community. Once you get done with school, or you're in school, or after you're graduated, you give back. So that's what I've done. I've done pretty much various committees, organizations, 4th of July, All-American City.
Tell us about your family. You got family?
My family?
Yeah.
Not yet. I'm a single guy.
You're a single guy, okay.
So
that could be a good thing.
Put it out there, So
that's right.
But no, I'm a single guy. I actually don't even have. I'm little by little I'm finding my biological family, because I was abandoned at the age of 7. So that's a fact a lot of people don't know. So I was raised myself, I guess, as you go along, as a 7-year-old kid. And I was actually, my parents were the state of Washington. So when you're abandoned at the age of 7, it's called the ward of the court. So you're always under the umbrella of the court system.
You're in foster care through those years?
Foster care, yes. I started with a state of Washington foster care, and that's rough. I mean, I remember you got into some fights. I mean, there's some rough kids in there that just didn't like life, So then I got blessed, and I got the Cadillac, what they call a Cadillac of foster care. And a lot of people should know this organization. It's called the Casey Family Program.
Yep.
And if you don't know it, every time you see the UPS truck deliver your package, those are the founders of the UPS organization, and they give back to the community. And so I guess that kind of got me into giving back to our community.
So I take it has a lot of reason why you've decided to run for city council. Want to give back, right?
Yes. I felt that I needed to step it up to. I've always encouraged individuals to run, so I thought, hey, you better step up, and you're asking all these individuals to give of themselves. You better step up and give back to the community, and our community needs a lot of help right now. We're in trouble.
What are you hearing from you? I take it you're doorbelling. You're knocking. What are you hearing from folks? What are they telling you in your district for?
Crime.
Yeah.
Crime.
Yeah.
Last night, as a matter of fact, I was in one street alone, and that gentleman literally described there's been 2 shootings in that block, and that was 2 blocks from his house. There's been fighting over here. There's been a house burned down because of violence, and they're tired. They're tired of violence. I mean, this time around, people are talking to me more. So on the average, you want to spend like at least 5 minutes to get what these individuals' concerns are, but they're doing 10, 15 minutes, and it's all focused on crime, and that something needs to happen because they're just fed up.
So what do we do, Tony? You walk away from those homes and you're thinking, man, I got the answer.
Well, you don't ever want to do it alone. I played sports, and you don't ever want to do it alone. It's what I call a team effort, and that's what I want to bring into this when I'm elected to city council, is a team effort. And it's called, if people don't take ownership of the concept, they're not going to do anything. So you want to get individuals to take ownership of this and come up with a plan. We got to come up with a plan of from A to Z. I'm pushing for more community policing, because the police is not going to be, once they leave your block, guess who comes around? The bad guys. They know exactly when the police come. I mean,
so are you suggesting like rearranging how we deploy officers now, or getting a whole bunch more officers?
Both. How we work those areas. The chief right now is trying to get somebody that could do statistics to find out where all this crime is happening, burglaries, and all of the above. And so I would figure if you could have a unit to focus on that area, squash it down, because it's just a few. It's not like it's half the city doing this, because we really would be in trouble. It's just a few, squash them down. If you take out the leadership, it's tough. It's tough for the next person. It's just like a job, right? It's tough for somebody to come in and take and run a business if they haven't done it. So these guys do the same thing. They're smart. So that, and get more police officers. And I don't know if you guys get this from the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs, but according to their release on July 7th, increase in crime statewide in crime has increased statewide in 2020.
Oh yeah.
So these guys know what they're doing. They've been around since 1963, so they're a proven entity, and they're all working together. The chiefs, the sheriffs, the chiefs are working together. So what I kind of gleaned out of that, I decided to highlight it more, is that I noticed on here, as I read it over and over, that there is no statistics for some of the people saying gang violence and stuff like that. Nothing's in there. So what I'm going to do after I'm done here is call these individuals and say, hey, put that on there so we could have it on the radar to know.
Definitely.
To know what they're doing. So, I looked at it about 10 times. I didn't see it on there. I'll look at it again before I call the guy and talk to him. But according to this release, and I'm glad to make a copy for you guys before I leave, is that the state of Washington ranks 51st. I thought there was 50 states, but they also include the District of Columbia. So number of officers per 1,000 is what they're saying. So we're 50. Washington State is 51st. According to them, full-time commission officers is only 11,231. Now, do you blame that number? I mean, the police have been, it's switched around, you know?
Yeah.
Now they're the bad guys, I guess, according to some individuals, which I don't believe. I mean, I've grew up with, a lot of my friends became police officers here in the city of Yakima, actually, and other places. So it's not the police officers that are the bad guys, but that's the way they're projected. They're just getting beaten publicly.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over. I mean, what youth would want to, hey, I want to be a police officer.
Right.
Right.
Now,
So everybody can hate me. Yeah, nobody's going to do that.
So you don't want, we got to switch that around. And I'm asking the community out there, if you see an officer, thank them.
Right on.
Because you know what? They're putting their life out there on the line every day. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't be a police officer thinking if somebody got to come around and, shoot me, or somebody got to disrespect me, or all of the above. They're human beings, right? They go to church, they go to grocery stores.
You bet.
What happens if they're at the grocery store? Somebody comes around, hey, you, and guess what? That same person's the first person that's got to call the police.
Yeah, that's right.
It always works out that way.
That's right. That's right. KIT News Time is 8:55. If you're just joining us, we're talking to District 4 candidate Tony Gonzalez. Tony, describe yourself politically.
Sandoval.
Did I say Gonzalez? Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's Speedy
Tony
Gonzalez.
Tony Sandoval. How do I do that? Tony Sandoval, tell us.
Dave,
Geez, I'm glad you caught that.
He set you up.
Geez. Tell us, how would you describe yourself, Tony Sandoval, politically?
I think if you got to put a label on the individual, I'm a conservative. That's what people are calling me now. And Dave knows, and you know that I'm involved in some partisan politics. But the West Side people call me a conservative Democrat, I guess. Let's put it out there. I've been chair of the county chair, the organization, but they call me a conservative just because of what you just heard me say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You stopped where common sense ended, and they kept going.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. That's a fair way to put it.
Yeah. And they're still going.
Yeah.
On that train quick, and that needs to stop. So, I don't believe in defunding the police. I guess some states are doing that. No, come on now.
Income tax. How do you feel about an income tax?
Income tax. You know what? I should have got questions from you guys before, because I don't have an opinion on that right now.
That's okay.
Don't have to have one.
Don't have to.
But everybody does, though, huh? No?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
This is that's the number one thing is transparency. Politicians will come in and try to make up an answer, and then they don't know to follow through on it or whatever. If you don't, if it's not something that you've spent your time on yet, that's totally cool.
I wrote it down right now, so if I'm able to come back here, I'll have an answer for that one.
Right on.
Dave, you say transparency. That's a big one. I'm going to bring transparency to the city council, city administration, and all that, because at times they put on a program, before you know it, they go, hey, it's going to cost this much, and then before you know, oh, wait a minute, we didn't see that part and this part.
Yeah, where did that all come from?
Hey, come, open your wallets up, everybody. We got no money in there. There's moss in our wallets right now. And
that's right.
So that needs to be up front. They got to kind of shake it out and make sure that whatever project they're tackling, they got everything shaken out, not just giving us part of what they want us to hear as a community. Everything needs to be out into the community. People need to be informed of it. They have to have input. I'm a believer of input by our community of things we do.
Tony Sandoval, you're on an elevator. You got all of Yakima that just walked into the elevator, and now you get a chance to tell them why they should be voting for you.
Well, first of all, let's all have some popcorn, man, and relax.
That's right.
There's too much tension out there right now, and let's just relax and turn up the volume in there, and we'll do a paper scissors.
There you go.
And whoever wins, if they want to do country western, let's do it. If they want to do rock and roll, let's do it. But we're gonna relax first. Why I want the community to support me. District 4 is the ones that I'm, have my faith in their hand, is because I'm the only candidate that's running that has the experience to make a difference in the city. I've been on different committees, Yakima School District, 4th of July, some rough committees, you know, where the things that were happening in the community. As far as I know, I never knew who these other individuals that ran. I don't know where they came from. They're good people. This is America. You got the right to, you know, Grandma got the right to throw her ballot in there if she wants to. So you got to compete. So I believe that I will come through with this stopping the violence. If I'm going to be I got a bunch of points why I'm running, but that's going to be my number one focus.
All right.
I'm going to insist on having the police department have a plan to combat this crime.